considering how much of a BMW fanboy I am, I've driven plenty of M4s, but I've never, ever driven the F80 M3. Never. And these are about 20 kilos heavier than the M4. So it's going to be interesting to see if there is any difference at all. I'm Max Aftervani, and welcome to Driven Plus. Now, when people ask me what are the differences between a CS and a competition, firstly, it's the engine. Well, the engine is the complete same. They both share an S55 3-litre twin turbocharged straight six unit. It's the power figures which are different. This has 454, the competition has 444. Torque figure are different as well. On this is 550, M4 CS is 600 Newton meters. Another thing which is different is the top speed. Of the M3 competition, it's limited to 155 miles per hour, whereas on the M4 CS, all CS models are equipped as standard with the M drivers package, meaning it's got a top speed of 174 miles per hour, which you can get on these unless you spec them. Now, BMW say the M3 competition does a 0 to 60 time of 4.1 seconds, and we're going to find out. It's now time to launch the BMW M3 competition F80 from 0 to 60. On your screen now are the stats and figures on this car, so pause your screen if you want to look into them. Now, BMW say 4.1 seconds, and these launch controls are a little bit temperamental, so we'll see what we can get. So traction has to be fully off, Sport Plus, foot firmly down on the brake. Yeah, they're a little bit temperamental, these. Right, what are we doing wrong here, BMW? Right, so gearbox is in most responsive, yes. Traction isn't fully off, that's why. Now it should be all right. Go. Bombed a lot. What are we going to get? 4.29. Yes, let's try one more. Time for run number 2. Come on, BMW, you can beat this. There we go. Let's go. It might be a bit better, actually. 4.25. There we go. Yeah, we're not going to get much better. It's bogging a lot. These cars aren't made to be launching from 0 to 60 in, but as you approach that 60 mark, then it comes into its own, and then you start feeling the power of that 3-litre straight six engine. So there we go, back to the review. So now it's time to launch the BMW M4 CS from 0 to 60. BMW say 3.9 seconds. Now, I have launched my car on this channel before and I got 4.03, so it will be nice to get a sub 4-second time, but I'm not too confident. So there we go. Oh, maybe. Oh, 4.06. So there we go. We're already 0.2 of a seconds quicker than the M3 competition. I would love to see that figure sub 4. We'll have to try one more. Run number 2. Come on, M4 CS. Ah, it's faster though by 0.01 seconds than my PB with this car. When will you ever do what BMW says? Ah, well, we're going to call it there because I don't like to launch it too much with these temperamental launch controls. But there we go, yes. The CS is marginally quicker to 60 than the competition. For anyone wondering if that was a fair test and tyres pop to your head, I can confirm they're both using Pilot Sport 4S's. Just want to answer that debate for anyone wondering. Now, considering how much I love my M4 CS, I have to admit myself, you cannot beat the look of the F80 M3, especially from the rear. The wheel arches just make it look so stealthy and fat, and it just looks good. Now, what are the differences between the competition and the CS? All competition models have black tips, whereas CS has titanium tips. Where another thing with the comp, they have black badges. On the M2 of the same generation, M2, the F87, it has competition under the badge there, whereas with the comps, you only had a black badge instead of chrome. Now this F80 M3 has a completely stock exhaust setup and it sounds something like this. Not bad, bit more, bit more. Sounds really crisp. Now, driver, can we please get in my M4 CS and try it again? I've got Nathan with me today who's giving me a helping hand. Say hello, Nathan. That's my good friend, Nathan. Now, my M4 CS has a Tom Wrigley single mid-pipe and an M Performance titanium back box, and it sounds something like this. Yeah! Wow, that's just made me realise how much of a difference there is over stock. Let me know which one you prefer. Now, the owner of this car, Nathan, has just popped the question. But don't worry, he's got an M3, because even if kids ultimately come, because they will, because he's just popped the question, he's got 4 doors and 5 seats, meaning there's plenty of room for the kids on the school run, and he can still go to the Nürburgring with Driven Plus. Inside of the car, I must say, it is a really nice place to be, like any BMW. One massive difference straight away is the door pillar here. Now, because it's got that door pillar, it means the door is shorter and it's easier to get out of little spaces, unlike the M4, which is really long and you've only got the strap on the door, so it's particularly harder to get out. C63 fanboys will tell you that their interior is better. I personally prefer the look of this cabin because it's simple and it doesn't creak at every button you press, unlike the C63, because the BMW is built better. That'll upset a few. I'm waiting for your comments. But what differences did you get on the competition over the standard M3? One is the M colours on the seatbelt there, which is a really nice touch. And another thing is the seats. You had these holes in the seats so the rear passengers can tickle you. Nathan has upgraded a few interior modifications here, such as the carbon fibre gear surround, carbon fibre gear selector, carbon fibre gear knob, so handbrake cover, and Alcantara armrest, and it's quite weird having an armrest because my CS doesn't have an armrest. Carbon fibre steering wheel insert. Nathan, do you like carbon fibre? Yeah, he does. Yeah. I thought so. But yeah, it's a great place to be. USB charging socket down there, but what a place to be. Now this particular M3 is finished off in individual paint fire orange. I'm a big fan, but it's definitely going to divide opinion, isn't it? But I really do find it a hard pick between the F80 and the F82. You can't beat the arches of the F80, but there you can't beat the coupe-like shape of the F82. Let me know what you prefer in the comments. Now, BMW produced the M3 up until 2018, but BMW carried on producing the M4 until 2020, and that's why a lot of people prefer the M3 over the M4, because the M3s are more sought after. Now, apparently BMW stopped producing them due to emissions, and apparently there's some story they put the S55 units from the M3s into the M2, which then made the M2 competition. There's no definite answer online, but apparently it is to do with emissions, why they stopped making the BMW M3 in 2018.